Have you ever wondered how people are making millions in crypto? Or maybe you're thinking, is it too late to jump in? Spoiler alert, it's not too late, and you can start investing in crypto today. Welcome to Finny World, where we make money moves simple and fun. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you the exact steps to start crypto investing as a beginner in the US. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know how to buy your first Bitcoin, avoid rookie mistakes, and, here's the hook, potentially turn a small investment into big gains. So many people see the headlines, they hear the stories of overnight millionaires, and they think, that could never be me, or I've missed the boat. Let me tell you, that kind of thinking is exactly what holds most people back. The crypto space is still incredibly young, and the opportunities are evolving every single day. It's not about timing the market perfectly, it's about understanding the fundamentals and getting started. That's what we're here to do at Finny World, cut through the noise and give you the clear, actionable steps. And listen, I get it. Crypto can seem intimidating with all the jargon and the crazy price swings, but think of it like learning any new skill. It takes a little bit of guidance, a little bit of practice, and before you know it, you're comfortable and confident. We're going to break it all down so simply that by the end of this video, you'll feel like you've been doing this for years. So buckle up, get ready to take some notes, and let's dive into making those money moves. Alright, first things first, let's get down to brass tacks. What even cryptocurrency? You hear Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, all these names thrown around, but what does it actually mean? Simply put, crypto is digital or virtual money. Think of it like the money in your online bank account, but instead of being controlled by a central bank or government, it lives on the internet, secured by some seriously clever technology. It's designed to be secure and in many cases anonymous, which is a big part of its appeal for a lot of people out there. This seriously clever technology I mentioned is called blockchain. Now don't let the fancy name scare you off. Imagine a digital ledger, like a giant shared Google Doc that records every single transaction. But here's the kicker. This ledger isn't stored in one place. It's copied and spread across thousands of computers worldwide. This makes it decentralized and incredibly difficult to tamper with. Once a transaction is added, it's pretty much set in stone, which is what gives cryptocurrencies their security and transparency. It's a revolutionary way of thinking about how we record and verify information, not just for money. Now, you've probably heard of Bitcoin. It's the OG, the one that started it all. And then there's Ethereum, which is like Bitcoin's super smart younger sibling, enabling things called smart contracts and a whole ecosystem of applications. But beyond those two giants, there are literally thousands of other coins and tokens, each with its own purpose, its own technology, and its own community. Some are trying to be better versions of digital cash, others are powering new kinds of applications, and some, let's be honest, are just for fun. The sheer variety can be overwhelming, but it also means there's a lot of innovation happening. Okay, Finny World fam, welcome back. Now that you have a basic grasp of what crypto is, and you're hopefully as excited as I am about the potential, we need to pump the brakes just a little bit. Before you even think about clicking that buy button on any exchange, you absolutely need a game plan. This is probably the most skipped step by beginners, and trust me, skipping it is a one-way ticket to anxiety and potential losses. So, let's talk about setting your investment goals, because this will dictate everything else you do. The very first question you need to ask yourself, and be brutally honest here, is, am I investing in cryptocurrency? Are you dreaming of buying that new Tesla you've been eyeing? Maybe you're looking to save up for a down payment on a house, a goal that seems to be getting further and further away with traditional savings. Or perhaps you're thinking longer term, like building a nest egg for an early and comfortable retirement, free from the 9-to-5 grind. Your specific why is the foundation of your entire investment strategy. Your goals are critical because they directly influence how much risk you should be willing to take. Crypto, as I'm sure you've heard, can be a wild ride. It's a roller coaster of epic proportions, with thrilling highs and stomach-churning drops. That's why the golden rule, and I mean the golden rule, is to only invest what you can genuinely afford to lose. I'm talking about money that, if it vanished tomorrow, wouldn't impact your ability to pay rent, buy groceries, or cover your essential bills. Seriously, don't go betting the farm. Let's get practical. If you're, say, 25 years old, with a long time horizon before you need the money, you might feel comfortable allocating a small portion of your investment portfolio to some of the riskier, but potentially higher reward altcoins. Coins like Solana or Cardano, or even newer projects, might fit this profile. Alright, you've got your goals locked in, you know you're investing, fantastic. That puts you ahead of so many people already. Now let's get to the exciting part. Where do you actually go to buy your first cryptocurrency? You can't just walk into a bank and ask for Bitcoin, not yet anyway. What you need is a crypto exchange. Think of it like a stock brokerage, but specifically for digital assets. It's an online platform where you can trade your good old US dollars for Bitcoin, Ethereum, or a host of other coins. For those of you tuning in from the US, there are several reputable and user-friendly platforms to choose from. Some of the biggest names that are generally considered good starting points for beginners are Coinbase, Binance.us, and Kraken. These exchanges are popular for a reason. They tend to be relatively easy to navigate, they offer a decent selection of cryptocurrencies, and importantly, they are generally compliant with US regulations, which adds a layer of security and legitimacy. This is super important. You don't want to use some shady, unregulated exchange. The process of getting started on these exchanges is usually pretty straightforward, much like signing up for any other online financial service. You'll typically need to create an account, verify your identity, this is standard KYC Know Your Customer procedure to prevent fraud, and then link your bank account or a debit card. Once that's all set up, buying crypto can be as simple as shopping online. You pick the coin you want, enter the amount you want to buy, and click Confirm. It's designed to be as painless as possible for newcomers. Now let's talk specifics for a moment. Coinbase is often lauded as one of the most beginner-friendly platforms out there. Its interface is clean, intuitive, and they really try to simplify the process. Chapter 4. Step 4. Don't lose your crypto. Security secrets you need to know. Huge congratulations. If you've followed the steps so far, you might be on the verge of buying, or maybe you've already bought, your very first crypto. That's a massive step, and you should feel proud. But hold on, because now we need to talk about something incredibly important. Arguably the most important aspect once you own crypto security. This isn't the sexiest topic, I know, but trust me, ignoring this can lead to absolute heartbreak. Your crypto is valuable and you need to protect it like the digital treasure it is. Here's the stark reality. Crypto is, in many ways, like digital cash. If someone manages to steal it, it's often gone for good. There's usually no bank to call to reverse the transaction, no fraud department to file a claim with. The decentralized nature of crypto, which is one of its strengths, can also be a vulnerability if you're not careful. You are, in essence, your own bank, and that comes with a significant responsibility to safeguard your assets. It's a paradigm shift from traditional finance. Let me throw a sobering statistic at you, not to scare you, but to prepare you. In 2024 alone, it's estimated that hackers and scammers managed to steal over $2 billion worth of cryptocurrency. That's billion with a B. These aren't small-time operations. They're sophisticated, and they're always looking for vulnerabilities. But here's the good news. A vast majority of these losses can be prevented by following some fundamental security practices. So, don't let the headline numbers paralyze you with fear, let them motivate you to be diligent. Chapter 5. Step 5. Buying your first crypto and avoiding rookie mistakes. Alright, this is it, the moment you've been waiting for. You understand the basics, you've set your goals, you've picked an exchange, and you know the importance of security. Now it's time to actually make your move and buy your first bit of cryptocurrency. This is where the theory meets practice, and trust me, it's less intimidating than it sounds. My biggest piece of advice here, especially for your first purchase, is to start small. Seriously, there's no need to go all in right away. Think about investing just $50 or maybe $100 to begin with. The goal here isn't to get rich overnight with your first trade, it's to get comfortable with the process. You want to familiarize yourself with the exchange's interface, understand how to place an order, see how the transaction appears in your account, and just get a feel for the whole experience without a lot of money on the line. This way, if you make a small mistake like clicking the wrong button, it's a cheap lesson, not a costly disaster. So you're logged into your chosen exchange. What next? For most beginners, starting with one of the major well-established cryptocurrencies is the way to go. Bitcoin, BTC, or Ethereum, ETH, are the most common starting points. They have the largest market capitalizations, the most liquidity, and a wealth of information available about them. On the exchange, you'll simply navigate to the trading section, find the coin you want, for example Bitcoin, and you'll see an option to buy. Click that, enter the amount of USD you want to spend or the amount of crypto you want to buy, and confirm. Boom! You're officially a crypto investor. Chapter 6. Step 6. The path to crypto wealth. What's next for you? Well, Finny World fam, if you've made it this far and followed along with all the steps, give yourselves a massive pat on the back. You now have a solid foundation. You understand the basics of what crypto is. You've hopefully set some clear investment goals. You know how to pick a reputable exchange. You're clued up on crucial security measures, and you're ready to start small and invest smart. You are officially equipped and ready to begin your crypto investing journey. That's huge, and it's more than most people ever do. Let's do a quick recap of what we've covered, because repetition is key to remembering this stuff. First, we demystified crypto and blockchain. Second, we emphasized the absolute necessity of setting clear, personal investment goals, your why. Third, we walked through choosing the right US-based crypto exchange. Fourth, we drilled down on security because protecting your assets is paramount. And fifth, we talked about starting small, using limit orders, and avoiding those all-too-common rookie mistakes like chasing hype. These are the building blocks. Now, it's super important to manage expectations here. While the stories of people getting rich quick with crypto are definitely out there, and they make for great headlines, crypto investing, for most people who find sustainable success, is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's more like a get-rich-slowly, with a lot of volatility and learning along the way. Patience, consistent learning, and a long-term perspective are your best allies in this space. Think of it as a marathon, not a sprint. Those who treat it like a casino usually end up losing. The crypto landscape is constantly evolving. Alright, so there you have it, the complete beginner's guide to getting started with crypto investing right here in the US. We covered a lot of ground from understanding what crypto even is, all the way to making your first purchase and keeping it secure. My goal, as always here on Finny World, was to break it down, make it simple, and give you actionable steps you can take today. Because honestly, the hardest part is just getting started, and you've already taken a massive leap by watching this video and educating yourself. Now remember, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, and crypto is inherently risky. You could lose money. But with the right knowledge, a solid plan, and a disciplined approach, you can significantly mitigate those risks and position yourself to potentially benefit from what I believe is one of the most exciting technological and financial revolutions of our lifetime. Don't let the fear of the unknown hold you back from exploring this space. Start small, learn as you go, and never invest more than you're willing to lose. That's the key. If you got value from this video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help the channel reach more people just like you who are looking to improve their financial literacy. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video, where we'll be diving even deeper into specific strategies and coin analyses. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one.